everybody, JC here from Toy News International, and today we're bringing you another episode of Pop Talk. So today just have a few things I wanted to go over. Some big casting news in the world of Marvel for the Daredevil TV series. First look at the upcoming San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Star Wars Black Series Force Awakens figure, and also just wanted to share with you a recent purchase that I got, and that's my new Captain America shield from EFX Collectibles. So it's kind of like a little mini review, but mainly, you know, I bought this from Big Bad Toy Store. I picked it up. It is a little bit on the pricey side. It costs around between $500 and $600. So it is definitely a little bit on the pricey side. But, you know, for those of you who may not know, I'm a huge Captain America fan. Have always really been a huge Captain America fan since I've been reading comics since middle school, which I'm not telling you my age, but that was quite a while ago. So, you know, my first tattoo was of Captain America. So definitely, you know, he's one of my favorite characters. And I've been eyeing, you know, these, you know, Captain America prop replica shields for some time. And finally just decided, it came in stock earlier this week at Big Bad Toy Store, or last week at Big Bad Toy Store. And so just decided to bite the bullet and got me one. So this is definitely very cool. Now it works, you know, as a display piece. It comes with a wall mount, which you can, you know, put it on the shield on and just hang on your wall, so display it as like a piece of artwork. And that's kind of how I view it as, is, you know, an expensive piece of artwork. If you're into cosplay and everything, then this will probably be nice as well. It's definitely heavy. It's not metal. It's not made with metal. It's more of like a fiberglass or wood type material, painted with a metallic red, white, and blue colors on the front, and then on the back it's got that metallic silver, just like you see in the movies. It's got leather straps, which are on there tight and sturdy, so you don't have to worry about the straps ripping off. And they are somewhat adjustable. However, my only complaint about the shield is they did not make the straps long enough so that you can basically wear the shield on your back, like you would see Captain America do. I mean, nowadays Cap, you know, has like magnets or something. He just like hooks it on. But in the old days, you know, he would just put the straps around his shoulders. And so they did not make the straps, well, unless you're a very tiny person, did not make the straps large enough for you to do that. And you could probably jury rig something, you know, create some longer straps or something to do that. But as it is, you can't really wear it on your back, which is my only complaint about it. Especially like if you're into the cosplay and everything, that's a little bit disappointing. But other than that, I think it looks great. Like I said, seems like very well constructed. Would be kind of heavy. You know, I could see it getting a little heavy after carrying it around like a convention floor all day. But still, you know, for the most part, it's definitely very nice. So I just wanted to share that with you. Also, it comes with this little instruction manual and certificate of authenticity and stuff like that. So, you know, it's got some cool pictures from the movie of Captain America. So, you know, not anything major, but, you know. So, you know, for me, like I said, I'm a huge Captain America fan. So even though normally I wouldn't probably drop that much cash on something like this, I just, you know, for this one time I had to do it. So, you know, do you have something like that? Are you a huge fan of something and have bought something like this that, you know, you normally wouldn't spend that kind of money on, but just because you're such a huge fan? And if you are, we'd love to hear it. You know, if you got pictures of it or whatever, you know, send them in. Okay, so moving on, I wanted to talk to you, as I mentioned before, about some big casting news that came out yesterday at the time of this filming for Daredevil. Actor John Bernthal being cast as the Punisher, Frank Castle, for Season 2 of Netflix Daredevil series. So this is something that I'm pretty excited about. I love the first season of Daredevil. First of all, I got to be honest with you. I'm not that familiar with John's work. I don't really watch Walking Dead. I know, I know. I'm just not really into zombies and horror type shows, so Walking Dead's just not something that interests me that much, as popular as I know that it is. So I'm not really familiar with John's work. So from what I've seen and read, he seems like he'd probably be a good fit for Frank Castle, but again, I just can't really speak to the actor himself. That being said, I am very excited, though, that the fact that we're going to be seeing the Punisher in the second series of Daredevil. It's been known for some time that Marvel did get the licensing rights back to the Punisher after the third Punisher movie kind of flopped at the theaters. And after I saw the first season of Daredevil, one of the things that I thought was, the Punisher would be a great fit for this series. And not only that, for being in Daredevil, but hopefully that will then lead into a Punisher spin-off series. My personal feeling is that the Punisher is probably better suited for a TV series type thing as opposed to a movie. He's just one of those characters that, when you think of the Punisher, you think of a guy who goes around and shoots criminals. But to be honest, there's a lot more depth to the Punisher than that, which is what makes him interesting. But it's hard to kind of really focus or show that in a 2-hour movie. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't think the movies do as well. Even though I was a pretty big fan of the Thomas Jane version of the Punisher. I thought that was actually a pretty good movie. But still, I just think that when you can spend more time fleshing the character out, I think that's going to be better suited for someone like the Punisher. So hopefully we'll see him a lot in the second season of Daredevil. Daredevil and the Punisher have faced off many times in the comic books. So hopefully, it'll be more than just one quick appearance or something. Hopefully he'll be a reoccurring character, which will then hopefully maybe lead into his own spin-off series. So that was the big casting news that came out yesterday from Marvel, and definitely something, I thought Daredevil, the first season of Daredevil was great. Probably the best TV series that Marvel's got going right now. I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has gotten a lot better, but still Daredevil I think was much better. Probably just because I think Daredevil's a more interesting character than S.H.I.E.L.D., at least in my personal opinion. But to me, Daredevil was right up there on par with like the Flash and Arrow TV series, which I think are two of the best comic book based TV series going right now. So I'm very excited about that news, about Punisher being in the next season. So the third bit of news I kind of wanted to touch base with you guys on was a look at what I'm about 99% sure is going to be Hasbro's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for their Star Wars brand. And that's the new 6-inch Black Series First Order Stormtrooper figure. Now, some of you we showed images of this figure in the packaging. This figure first showed up on eBay a few weeks ago, just the figure itself, and we got a hold of images of the packaging earlier this week, and so we brought those to you as an exclusive first look. And then I think more images showed up because I think the figure's now being sold on eBay. But anyway, though there's not been an official announcement yet, we do. I have gotten pretty good solid word that this is going to be this version at least of the figure is going to be the Comic-Con exclusive for this year from Hasbro. Now they might have other Star Wars exclusives, I'm not sure, sometimes they have more than one. We'll probably know soon. I expect an official announcement to come any day now at the time of this filming, so we should be getting that official word very soon. But and when I say this version, as some of you have pointed out, this is an army builder. It would be ridiculous to have it as an exclusive. So when I say this is an exclusive, I mean this version with this packaging. Just like with past Black Series exclusives, the Jabba the Hutt last year and the Boba Fett the year before, I highly expect that we'll get a regular release version of the First Order Stormtrooper in regular packaging. Basically, it's the packaging, and this version comes with a book called The Evolution of the Stormtrooper. in it. So that's what makes it the exclusive version, basically. There may be some other minor differences to the figure itself or an accessory or something that the Comic-Con version will come with that the regular version won't. But the figure itself, again, I'm about 99% sure we'll see released in the regular Black Series line. So if you're not going to Comic-Con, or you don't think you can get a hold of the exclusive version, but you definitely want a First Order Stormtrooper, don't worry. You should definitely still be able to get one. I don't know what the price is going to be on the Comic-Con exclusive version. If I had to guess, and this is just, a complete guess, but I'm going to say probably is going to cost in the neighborhood of $50. Could be a little more, could be a little less. But that's probably the neighborhood that we'll be looking at as far as price. But again, that's just my guess. I expect an official announcement on this figure coming from Hasbro very soon. So stay tuned for that. And speaking of Comic-Con, Comic-Con is just really only a couple weeks away. At the time of this filming, I think we're maybe three-ish weeks out from Comic-Con. So preview night begins on July 8th, I believe. If July 8th is Wednesday, then that's the day preview night starts. And so I'll be there. We'll be bringing you full coverage on the sites, just like we do every year. So make sure you are checking out toynewseye.com, JediInsider.com, MarvelousNews.com, tformers.com. Shartimus Prime will be there. Pixel Dan will be there. Sean Long should be there. So, everyone, whole crew is going to be out there, and we're going to all be bringing you coverage in our own way. Those guys will be shooting videos, and we'll be bringing you images and stuff. So, definitely, should have some exciting news, hopefully, for both Star Wars. We should get our first looks at the Force Awakens toys from Hasbro, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, we'll get some cool new Marvel Legends news. Transformers news. I'm sure there'll be new Transformers news. BotCon's this weekend. I'm filming this. What is today? Tuesday, and BotCon is this coming Saturday. So we may get some cool Transformer news from that convention as well. So check tformers.com this weekend if you're into Transformers and see what the latest news from there is. So anyway, that's about it for this week's episode. Oh, actually, one more thing. I went on, if you caught the first episode, I talked about how I really liked things where, like in the old days with Wizard Magazine, when people would send in artwork that they would feature in the magazine and stuff. And I really liked that kind of feature, and something that I've always kind of wanted to do on the sites. And so I've actually gone on and set up a P.O. box. So, if you've got some artwork, or if you've got questions, I work on the sites and stuff. I get a lot of information from the toy companies and stuff. I can't guarantee I'll always get the answer for you. But, if you've got a question about something and you want to ask it, then feel free to send it in. If you want to write a letter or whatever, feel free. You want to show off your artwork, your customs. Like I was talking about before, if you've got, something in your collection that's like a prize, like, the Captain America shield, and you want to show it off, then send it in. We'd love to feature it in a future episode of Pop Talk. So anything like that, you can send to Entertainment News International. That's the company name that all these sites are under, if you didn't know. Toy News Eye, Marvelous News, all of those are under Entertainment News International. So send it to Entertainment News International at P.O. Box 2694, Montgomery Village, Maryland 20886. And I'll have the address in the description below, so you don't have to try and memorize it while watching the video. But that is the address. So if you've got anything that you want to be featured in a future episode of Pop Talk, then send it in, and we'd love to see it. So that'll about wrap it up for this time. I've got some more reviews coming. I've got some more Star Wars Black Series. I've got the Emperor Palpatine in that wave with the Clone Trooper with the red markings, and the Stormtrooper Luke. And then hopefully in about a week or so, I'm going to have some reviews for the Hulkbuster Marvel Legends figures, as well as that Force Awakens First Order Stormtrooper. So definitely should have reviews of those up before Comic-Con. And then, as I mentioned, Comic-Con coverage will begin that week of July 7th or 8th, that Wednesday. So until next time, guys, as always, leave a comment, let us know what you're thinking. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm up to about 4,500 viewers right now, and probably will do something special when I hit the 5,000 mark. So, quicker you guys can get me to 5,000 subscribers, I'll do, we'll have a cool contest giveaway or something. So, like I said, please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later with my mighty shield.